Well, we value life and believe that all life is precious and even special needs people. And when we had three biological kids that were like school age, we kind of felt this calling to help a child that maybe no one else wanted. And so we did a home study to get started on that. And we saw a picture of our first son, adopted son George, in a Bethany Christian Services newsletter. Um, and the little picture just said, little boy born with no arms, desperately needs a loving home. I think going overseas has always been eye-opening because we have such a comfortable, easy life here, and whenever you visit another country, especially a country where there are children that need homes and they need to go outside of the country to find homes, you see how a big part of the world lives, that there's a lot of economic issues and other issues. So it was eye-opening to appreciate how good we have it here, don't you think?
Romania was coming out of communism, and they had had a dictator, and they were starting to struggle with the idea of being free, and the orphanages were overcrowded, and they were overwhelmed, and it was very disorganized when we were there. They've come a long way since then, but
And you experience different attitudes. Like in Romania, the majority of people thought that a handicap was a curse from God, and that's one of the reasons George's parents couldn't keep him. And he was just treated really badly in the orphanage. That was eye-opening to see, how he had no opportunity there, where we knew coming to this country he would have lots of opportunity.
there was one night I remember in particular. Sharon was sitting at a computer, and I walked by and I saw this picture of a boy who's now our son James from India. And she says, "Come over here, look at this." And it was a description of a little boy with exactly the same condition as the boy that we first adopted, no arms, from birth. And Sharon said, "Oh, we can make them brothers. Wouldn't that be cool?" And we started to investigate that. So that's what led to adoption number 2. And they have a fairly rare issue, so it was, we're kind of like, what are the odds? And we have a running joke that people put web filters on to keep their kids from doing bad things. I'm going to get web filters for adoption sites someday.
To keep Sharon under
Keep
wraps.
Sharon under control.
Yeah. But I would say to that is when you start seeing what a difference you can make in the life of a child by just throwing one more potato in the pot, it's just sort of an addictive thing to want to help kids. So that's why, even though we didn't plan it, we ended up with 9 adoptions, and I think each time we thought we were done, and each time we weren't done.